I'm with Ibtisam Ilzoghagyer from Ghirass Cultural Center. Now, Ibtisam, what is the Ghirass Cultural Center?
Ghirass Cultural Center is an educational, cultural, leisure center that gives the children in Bethlehem and its surroundings the opportunity to meet each other and to learn, play, and meet each other and grow to young adults.
When were you started and why were you started?
We started the center in 1994, and it was the idea came from mainly for two reasons. The first reason was because of the first Intifada, and the children, they did not have a place to play and to learn. The schools were closed for long periods because of Israeli military orders. There's long days of curfew, and the children used to play in the streets facing dangerous objects and soldiers. So we thought the children to have the safe place to learn and meet each other in Ghirass Center. And the second reason, the education system before 94 was they only concentrate on academic subjects and very little attention giving to the culture and the art and extracurricular activities. And with the curriculum, there's nothing mentioned about Palestine. Before 94, it was forbidden that in West Bank, the children learn about the Jordanian curriculum. And in Gaza Strip, the children learn, the curriculum was Egyptian curriculum. So there's nothing mentioned about Palestinian culture and Palestinian history, geography. In my generation, I never learned about the map in Palestinian map or Palestinian culture, writers, poets, nothing about Palestine. But we learned about all countries in the world, about China, about UK, about the families the kings from which family in UK, in China, in Egypt, in all countries in Europe, but nothing about Palestine. So the center established to cover these areas.
So there was a real need for a cultural center in Bethlehem?
Yeah, not only in Bethlehem, but we are in Bethlehem. I think it's a general problem for all children in Palestine. But we are in Bethlehem, so we established this center, and still there is a need for cultural centers like Ghirass Center in Bethlehem and in other locations, because nearly 1/3 of the population, they are under 17 years old. So there's the center cover certain number, and they can't cover all the number of the children in the area.
So what is the mission and the vision of the work?
In Ghirass Center, we work with children and their families in the field of education, culture, and social work to help shaping a generation that is capable of developing their potential and also to preserve the Palestinian culture.
And what sort of things do you do with the children?
We do many activities in the center. We have a library, so we do a lot of activities related to reading, music. We do a lot of also activities related to Palestinian singing, Palestinian dancing, Palestinian music. We have as well a section for remedial teaching program for children who have learning difficulties. Art, we have also activities, a choir for choir groups, sport activities. We have outreach program. We work with the kindergartens and the schools.
So does the center enhance achievement?
Yes, first of all, we are interested in supporting the children to enhance their self-esteem and their confidence and to be proud as Palestinian children. And also we have it through the library and through many activities, through the remedial teaching program. Also, it enhanced the academic achievement.
What skills do the children develop here at the center?
First of all, it's the self-confidence, self-esteem, building relation with each other, because the children who attend the center, they are from the city, from refugee camps, from the villages. They are Muslim and Christian, they are boys and girls. They all learn in equality standard. Yeah. All they have the same opportunity to enter all activities without any kind of discrimination.
Now you're also promoting and supporting and strengthening the position of women as well, aren't you?
You know, more than 50% of the children, they are girls. And the girls, they are very active in the center. As well, the mothers who attend the activities with their children. And last year we did some vocational training for the mothers, like educational toys. And they will learn more to also enhance their ability to have income for their own.
Now you do sports activities. Is that important for development and self-confidence?
Of course. When we look to the child, we look to the child as a holistic person. We enhance cognition, physical, social, emotional, all these areas in the child. And sport is very important to enhance self-esteem, self-confidence, teamwork, to be a member in a team. All these, it's through different activities and also with the sports.
Now you're promoting reading through the reading campaign, Born to Read. Is it important to get into books at an early age?
In my opinion, yes. To establish an emotional link between the child and the book from an early age. It's difficult to start to build this emotional link with the book when the child is older and many things influenced him, like the internet and other things. Yeah. So to establish this link very early, it's important.
Do many Palestinians actually read in society today?
I think very little.
Yeah. Now you do psychosocial counselling for children and their families. How important is that?
You know, the children and their families, they are living under high pressure caused by the political situation and by other aspects. So it's very important to do this. The family, the parents, also they have pressure and it affects the children. Yeah. Also, the children, they live in a situation, it's full of pressure and it's ongoing. Since generations, it's not only limited period and it will finish. It's ongoing from their grandparents to their parents to this new generation. All generations suffered from high pressure due to the continuous military occupation, and it's what the occupation caused a high pressure in all family members, in all the members in the community. So counseling, it's very important for both the children and the family members.
Do the children get a chance to travel?
We have cultural exchange since 1998 with UK and with Norway. And we traveled once to Belgium and to France. This cultural exchange is with the UK, the children travel 8 times. Yeah. And to Norway, 8 times. And usually the ones who travel, they are the Palestinian dancing groups. And they did very good work in presenting the Palestinian culture. You know, the Western people usually, when they think about Palestinian, it's kind of stereotype. Yeah. They think they are either fighters or victims. They never, or very rare, they think that Palestinians have culture, they have their dance, they have music, they have all these, the cultural aspects. And the Palestinians, they have a very rich culture. So to present our culture in Western countries, For Western people to see the Palestinian children dancing with their national dresses and national music and national singing, it gives them an idea about that. Of course, we have problems. We are living under occupation. We are suffering. We are victims. We are fighters, but also first of all, we are human beings who love the life, who feel proud of ourselves and our culture. And this side, the children succeed to present it through their traveling.
Why do you do what you do?
In 1990, I was working in a project to statistics for people with disabilities, to know the people who have disabilities in the villages and refugee camps and cities. And from there, I got to the idea of establishing the cultural center because I saw the situation of the children who they lack the activities to bring them to young adults who are proud of themselves, who manage their life in an easy way. That, as I said before, the children only have to play in the streets facing dangerous objects and suffer from all inherited problems. So the idea of the cultural center came from this, from the need we recognize it for children. So we do it.
What's your prayer for the children here at the center?
I wish them to grow to young adults facing their future with optimistic, and they have the skills to face the future, because it's not easy to grow up in the Palestinian society facing all these difficulties, and to be proud of themselves as Palestinian, because really we are carrying a lot of the war. We inherited this problem from the world problems. It's not us who create, or there's no reason for Palestinian people to have this occupation for all these generations. This problem created for the world, and we fight, in my opinion, we fight for the human rights and for the Palestinian rights on behalf of all who create the Palestinian problems. That's my opinion.
Okay, Ibtisam, thank you very much.
You are welcome.